What's happening? It's Mac and brought to you by World Fresh's DJ Fresh. We connect like fresh to death. Ain't can't no fuckboy test. I rep the West Bay Area, boss. I sign your check, I get you stretched, cut, throat, slice your neck. Crest side, Colombian necktie. Give me my respect, fuck it, I take it. Fine to that fake shit you clowns came with.
What's happening? It's Mackin, the MAC y'all, Mr. MAC Mall, and I'm in the building on Revolutionary TV, man. Stay tuned, because the revolution will be televised. Yada. I mean, the thing that really made me want to be a part of hip-hop was, I fell in love with it at an early age, you know what I mean? I think the first song that really connected with me, was The Message, because it was like he was spitting game about what was going on outside of his window. And, I always loved hip-hop, but I think it was just, the reality rap that kind of touched me the most, because that's what I wanted to talk about. Back when I was hearing hip-hop in the beginning, it was all about a lot of bragging, you know what I mean? People bragged, I got a Cadillac, and you know what I mean? It was all that stuff. So when I heard that message, it was like, man, I want to be able to do that. I remember it was one year I asked my mother to get me a boombox, because boomboxes was the biggest thing, And Run DMC was out, and I wanted an Adidas suit, but she didn't get me the Adidas tracksuit that Run DMC had. She got me like a cotton one. It was whack. But she didn't give me a boombox, but she got me this little radio. And with this little radio, the tapes that she had got me was the Fat Boys, Houdini, and man, I think Run DMC or something. And I played those tapes until they broke, you know what I mean? It was just like, just hearing that hip hop, hearing the, my pops used to make these mixtapes, and they used to have dope rap on there. And just, man, in my book that I wrote a book on my life called My Opinion. And in that book, I described, falling in love with hip hop and just wanting to be a part of it, and the hip hop memories. Well, when I heard The Message, and just that day, I remember some people describe it on how when they first fall in love or they first kiss, how they feel afterwards. How it start as a warm sensation in the middle of their body, and it just grows out. Well, those early hip hop tunes back in the days, man, the way they made me feel, those are some of my best hip hop memories. I mean, like I said, I started very, very young. I made my first record in legal business at 16, and I was rapping ever since I was 10. So, and like I said, I actually stutter. So the only time I didn't stutter is when I cussed and when I rapped. So people, kind of knew me for, for rapping a little bit, but, they never believed I can do it because I didn't talk much. Because when you stutter, the last thing you want to do is talk. You know what I mean? So, I remember just being young, 10, 11, 12, cats just telling me, come here, Maul, come here, bust a rap. You feel me? And I just had to show them that I can rap. And then it was like, when I got like 13, I started actually recording, you know what I mean? Finding people who had microphones or just equipment. If you had equipment and you was in my neighborhood, or I could get to you, I was gonna come to your house and I was gonna try to get on your microphone and rap, you know what I mean? That's what I wanted to do. So, we didn't have studios back in the days. All we had was, somebody with a DJ, some DJ equipment or something like that. And, I took advantage of all those things, you know what I mean? Shout out to DJ Cease, my first DJ, may he rest in peace. I used to bug him, knock on his window. Cease, I come up in there, what's up? Is it good? He'd be like, nah, not today, but come back, Cease was actually my DJ, Mac Dre DJ, Ray Love DJ, all of us, the Mac DJ. Man, it's so many, you know what I mean? Like I say, man, I'm celebrating the 20th anniversary of my first record. So it's been 20 years of beautiful memories, man. Like, for me, one of the dopest memories was the day that, I am a 15-year-old, gangbang kid, you feel me, ready to hit a lick. I'm trying to talk my partner like, man, this rap is taking too long. You know what I mean? This shit ain't happening. Mac Dre had just went to jail, so I'm feeling extra down. Like, man, maybe it just ain't for me, because every time I start, something happen. You know what I mean? But I know these licks, and being out here on these streets is here. What's up, man? Let me rock. You know what I mean? Because I always had partners who would try to keep me away from that, and then would actually get mad when I said I didn't listen to them. You know what I mean? And I just did it, and I did a lot of. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to talk him into letting me go on this next one. Like, man, I need to get with you on this next thing. He like, nah, bruh. Nah, right? So as we walking up the street, I remember DJ Cease, may he rest in peace. opening his window, looking at me and going, "Hey, Kyrie want to talk to you." Yeah. And I just knew, like, man, Kyrie is the producer. For those who don't know, is the producer who started Strictly Business Record. He started YBB. He was Mac Dre's first producer, the Mac first producer, Ray Love first producer, and a producer of Illegal Business. So, to hear that he wanted to talk to me, I didn't know all the way, but I knew that my life was going to change. Then it was when I met him, you know what I mean? I met him, he came to my house, and DJ Cease. He told my parents that he wanted to sign me, and my mom and them wasn't really with it, you know what I mean? They almost said no, but the only thing that really made them do it was that DJ Cease was gonna basically, you know what I mean, be my protector and watch over for me, because you got a trip, man. I'm only 15, you know what I mean? I was only 15 years old, and at that time, you know, I was going through a lot, and I was, you know, I thought I was grown, but I really wasn't. I actually was a kid, you know? So with the blessings of my parents, you know what I mean, I was able to do my thing. But it's so many, man. It's fucking rocking with Tupac, you know what I mean? Getting to know Tupac, meeting Tupac, and him becoming my big brother and putting me under his wing. Rocking the Apollo, you know what I mean? Rocking the Apollo, man, in Harlem, man. Man, so many, man. The last one I just had was dope, was Hyro Day. You know what I mean? That was so vicious, you know what I mean? Really rocking for the Bay Area. Man, it's been a lot of challenges, man. You know what I mean? You know, at the time when I first started, you know, like I said, I was young, you know what I mean? So I had to, you know, graduate high school, you know what I mean? You know, grow up in a neighborhood with a lot of violence and a lot of, you know, police stuff going on. The feds was in our neighborhood. You know, shootouts, you know, people dying. That happened, you know, we went on a run with that. Where it was just like, we had a lot of people that was getting killed, you know, took from us. You know what I mean? And still to this day, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of, like, you know, real problems that goes on, but like the industry problems, you know, I had deals, you know, with people, like a relativity deal that wasn't cool, but from the industry point of view, like I always, like, you know, control all my music, you feel me? I own 50% or 100% of every record that I ever put out, you know what I mean? So, you know, for a while now, I have been having control, and I don't really say that these problems that I have in business are the same as problems that I have in real life, like the police coming through, killing youngsters in my neighborhood, or, you know what I mean, the mentality of my people, you know. So those are more serious problems. It's a blessing, you know what I mean? It's a blessing, because that's what hip hop is for. You know what I mean? That's what music is for. You feel me? Not only is there for you to shake your butt, but in certain situations it's there to comfort you. You know what I mean? When or to let you know that, you know, music relates to you. You feel me? Music is, man, your friend. You know what I mean? In the good times. You know what I mean? Sometimes your only friend. So real music, that's what it's here to do. So to say people to tell me that my music make them feel like that, or it got them through a certain point in their life, man, that's a blessing, because that's what Man Upstairs gave it to me to do. The proudest moments, man, really, you know, putting out my first records. You know what I mean? Actually doing it myself. You know what I mean? Like all the way through, from top to bottom. You know what I mean? That, you know, was really one of my proudest moments, because I always had help, always had a manager, always had Kyrie, always had, you know, executive producer somewhere by there. To actually do it from concept, you know what I mean, to having that CD in your hand, you know, that's like having a baby, you know what I mean? I don't have no kids, so I wouldn't know, but I can imagine that it's like that.
What legacy do you want to leave behind, you know, for the people to remember by when it's all said and done?
I mean, first of all, it's like, man, you know what I mean, for my Crest legacy, for the Crest side legacy, Cutthroat Music, you know what I mean, the stuff that we've been putting out since the Mac, you know what I mean, I'm a third generation Mac, meaning the Mac Dre, and me, you know what I mean, coming up out of the Crest side of Vallejo, you feel me? I want to do my community and my family, you know what I mean, proud, you know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, just have them being like, you know, have to hide their face in any sense. I want to know that, you know what I mean, that I always worked hard and did my thing, and just that, man, I always kept it macking.